Away, bam, damn. Good morning, guys. So, yes, out here for another bushwalk. So, let me fix this quickly. It is busy raining. It almost deterred me from going on this walk, but I decided to just persevere and push through because I really want to do this walk. I want to go and find termite mounds. I want to go find some elephant dung and show you that. Explain elephant dung, explain the trees that they debark and uproot, and what was the other one? Animal paths. I really want to do animal paths. So cool. Wait, guys, so on rainy days like this, the animals are not going to particularly be hiding, so to speak, because they don't mind the rain. If it is raining a lot and windy, yes, they are going to go seek shelter. They don't really particularly like getting wet so much, especially your cats and your dogs. So they will go lie under a tree or find some sort of cave or something. But if it's just a light drizzle and there's not much wind around, like right now, it's actually pretty beautiful conditions. Like, it's the same for us. Like, it's nice to move around when it's 35-40 degrees in the bush, to move around on a day like this. But the thing is, now these animals are actually gonna, if there's a bit of warmth coming from the sky, they're gonna find open areas to warm themselves up when they can. Otherwise they can move around whenever, and that's the thing. It makes it quite difficult to find animals on a day like this because they don't specifically go lie under a tree to hide from the sun. They'll just, go about doing their thing because it's so cool. It's perfect condition. They can kind of do whatever they want, which is amazing. Away, fam. So here we have a rather large hole, and these holes are generally made by warthogs, aardvark and pangolin. So your aardvark and pangolin are anteaters, and they will dig up the ground to get to ants. And then your warthog are really good diggers to make burrows into the ground. This is actually an old termite mound. You can see here there's trees growing off of it. It might be abandoned. I think it is. There's a lot of grass that's grown over it. But basically, there's about 28 different species that have been recorded to live inside a termite mound after it has been abandoned from the termites. So what happens is, when the queen dies, they move colony, they move termite mound, there will be a new queen somewhere else, and then these termite mounds do not go to waste. They become a shelter for, like I said, 28 different animal species, and that's just amazing. It's freaking incredible how a tiny little bug like this provides a home for so many different animals. And yeah, it's just how everything is connected in nature, how there's this balance and connection, and everything kind of provides value to the other animal. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, we're almost at this hyena den. Oh wait, guys, so here we have a termite mound, and these are like the air vents for the hot air. But I think these actually need to be closed up, unless this is old. But incredibly enough, what the termites do, what they do is they have two vents, one to allow cold air in and one to allow hot air out. And what this does is, it's like a self-built air conditioning system. It regulates the temperature inside to an optimum temperature of 37 degrees Celsius, which is perfect for them to obviously incubate their larvae and to run the whole colony. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. They will open and close these vents accordingly to allow hot air in and cold air out. Cold air in and hot air out. So yeah, I refer to termites as bush architects, because the way they build is, like, for me, it's in relation to how the Egyptians built. It's crazy. And then your elephants are the bush engineers, and they work very closely together. So your termites, they feed off dead plant material, so they'll take the dead plant material into the termite mound, they'll feed off that, or what they do is they chew it, regurgitate it, and turn it into a fungus, and then they eat that. So basically, they are the recyclers. Like hyenas are the recyclers of meat. They're the recyclers of plants. So your elephants will go push a tree over, it will die, eventually the termites will come and decompose that and put that nutrients back into the soil. Those two animals, your biggest 6-ton elephant and your tiniest little 2-centimeter termite, work in connection with each other. How dope is that, guys? How dope is that? Termite mounds can have between 200,000 and 2 million members. That's pretty insane. Like, they can be huge, and a queen can live to 50 years old. this is not great. Like, I'm out here for a bushwalk to see termite mounds and animals and broken trees and all that good stuff, and I'm finding litter. Please, guys, let's set a precedent. If you see someone littering, go pick their litter up. Please don't litter. And when you pick litter up, it shows other people that you are willing to do something that they should be doing themselves, and it kind of like it awakens something in them. Please, guys, this for me is just ridiculous. We are in a natural environment. This is these animals' homes. They don't come to our home and just like take a dump or pee on our doorway or in our garden or whatever. They don't even want to come near us. Why do we have to come and throw plastic, which is very unbiodegradable, in the environment? Why? Please, guys. Thank you. Oh wait, guys, so here we have, it is I'm gonna have to find out what tree this is. I'm actually not entirely sure, but this has been broken by an elephant. There you can see that branch there. And sorry, I'm holding the rubbish still. That branch there has been broken. So what happens is elephants are very, very smart little very big animals. What they do is they prefer to eat grass. 70% of the time they'll eat grass, but they do love trees as well. Trees have a lot of medicinal properties, so they will push over a tree, and they will go for what we call the cambium layer. It's in between the bark and the main trunk, and it's the layer that transports all the water and the nutrients and everything that's good in the tree. So that's like candy for these guys. It's really, really, really good stuff. Also, when they push it over, they can reach the top branches like this guy did here. I showed you that branch was broken off. You can reach the top branches if he's not tall enough, and it's an investment. You can see what it's done here now. It's created a little like bush, a little spot of thickness, so grass will grow very well under there. He'll come back and 2 months later, he'll push that tree over, and underneath it there will be a whole bunch of good grass for him to eat. So elephants are damn smart, man. And now the termite mound's just back that way. When this dies and decomposes, then the termites will come and have their fair share of dead plant material. So cool. So guys, there's some leopard tracks here. Yeah, they are, yeah. It's gotten a bit wet now, so it's very difficult to show you the actual indentation of the paw and everything. But yeah, man, hectic. Stop. Into dates. Such a beautiful butterfly, my word. Guys, this is beautiful. I'm loving this. There's not a lot of animal activity in terms of like actually seeing them, but there's a lot of tracks. Holy fuck. There is a rather large hyena track. Eesh. Don't get better than that. There's Jerry. Ladies and gentlemen, the game just changed. That is a lion track. That is my track. That is a lion track. Mental. Alright fam, just a quick few tips. Number one, never touch anything in the bush. If you don't know what it is, like don't touch a tree, don't lift up rocks, unless you are very conscious of the fact that there could be something underneath it, like a snake or a scorpion or something like that. Walk on the animals' pathways. I know it sounds crazy, the animals are probably going to be on those pathways. They generally use them to get to water or to their feeding grounds, so they will you could possibly walk into one. But the thing is, if you're on their pathways, they're going to respect you more because you're treating it as if you're part of the system, as if you're an animal. Because if you go walk not on the pathways, you kind of like secluding yourself, not secluding yourself, you're kind of like making yourself stand out in terms of that you are the only animal now that's allowed to walk not on the pathways. Jeepers, these flies suck. Yeah guys, and try always turn around, look behind you, Just stop and listen sometimes, it's very important. And always be aware of tracks and trees, broken branches, sounds. It's really, really important. You've really got to have your wits about you when you are doing something such as this. Like, yeah, no, it's very, very cool though. I really enjoy it. I'm absolutely loving this, even though I am soaked, as you can see. All the ladies out there. Water is amazing. Guys, you can see how much rain we've had now, because this is a seasonal river. It doesn't often have rain in it. It's so cool, so cool. Paddle! Upon this little oasis here, there are tons of tracks. This has all been, oh wow, there's Rhino right there. Hectic. But this is insanity. I wonder, like, some little like dam. Wow, this is cool, man. Very cool. Oh, careful, careful. So this here is elephant dung, quite old. But the thing with elephant dung is you can see here, even though it's old, that it's very little of it has been digested. He's mainly been eating grass, this guy. I might find some roots or branches or something in here somewhere, but mainly grass, because this time of the year obviously there's very good grass. It's our rainy season, so yeah, like I said to you earlier, 70% of their diet is grass. But elephants only have a 40%, they only digest 40% of what they eat. So most of it, 44%, most of it passes out the back. That's why they can eat like fruits and seeds and stuff, and basically the whole thing can pass through their digestive system, due to the fact that they only have one stomach. They're a hind gut fermenter, same as us, but we have a 5 million or billion bacteria in our stomach that digest our food for us. Most of your hind gut fermenters have some sort of aid in digesting their food, like zebras. They have about 32 different bacteria and parasites in their stomach that help them digest their food. So basically when they eat, it attacks their food, they break down, and that protein that's released is what the zebra feeds off. Your animals with very small dung, like giraffe and impala and all the other ones, are your ruminants. Kudu, they are ruminants. So they have 4 stomach chambers. They eat it, goes down to the first stomach, it kind of gets digested, comes back up again, they chew it, goes back to the third stomach, and there it gets properly digested and then sent to the last stomach. So yeah, an elephant will eat about 300 to 350 kgs of plant material or grass and stuff in one day, and drink about 150 liters of water. They'll drink twice a day. They're very water dependent, and obviously they need a lot of food if they're not digesting all of that food to support such a big body weight. So they will defecate about 10 to 15 times in one day. So they are like a bush fertilizers, literally bush fertilizers. There are so many hyena tracks around here, like it's insane. Like this river is kind of a death trap. Not today though, because I think it's very windy, and most of the animals, now that the wind's picked up and the rain's come, the animals are probably pushed off. But yeah, they've gone to shelter themselves. So yeah, check out, this has been scratched apart by there's insects that will come for this, so the birds probably scratched it apart, and yeah, even small mammals like mongoose or something like that, just to try and get to the insects. And there is your giraffe dung, it looks like to me. It could be kudu, but I think it may be giraffe. I don't see any tracks. Interesting that I don't see any tracks. But yeah, you can see how much smaller that is. They're like pellets because it's a ruminant. Let's just scroll quickly. Sorry. Yeah, I can never say done. Look at that, it's perfectly 10 o'clock. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week, and hope you guys are having an amazing time. Away. Peace. Brought to you live from the African bush. A 3, a 2, a 1. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's all problem free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.